These preachers got to be stopped. I ain't gonna lie. They got to be stopped.
Yeah.
They are dancing on Charlie Kirk's grave. This is some of the sickest stuff I ever seen in my life.
Despicable.
This is disgusting. So check this out. Check this out.
Marcus Cosby.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Of Houston's Wheeler
Houston.
Avenue Baptist Church. We should stop by there.
This nigga
Next
down here with
Sunday.
us.
Says he is not applauding Charlie Kirk's death right before he whips his audience into rock. Well, I'm sorry, low IQ right here. Applause at a line that Charlie lived by the sword because he supported the Second Amendment and reaped what he sowed.
Right. Okay.
Mr. Kirk said for years that sometimes there in schools there has to be some live sacrifice to protect the Second Amendment.
That's not what he
I'm making it
said.
up. Some lives have to be taken to protect the Second Amendment. Got to be careful of the positions you take, because they might just come back and take you.
So is this pastor for revoking our guns or what?
You sound like
Does
he
he
is.
support the Second Amendment or not? Because it seems like he's one of these communists who want to take your guns and disarm you.
He honestly sound like he needs to not be living in America.
Because I'm
and
confused.
damn sure not living
What's
in
your
Houston.
stance?
He
And
should
what
not
this
be
got to do
living in
with what's
Texas.
this got to do with Jesus?
Ain't got nothing to do with Jesus.
I'm trying
But
to figure out what this tangent's about.
What I'm trying to understand is saying that you living by the sword, so you can't even have a sword. That's what I'm hearing. You can't even have a sword because if you have a sword, you're inviting these types of evils. And mind you, it's not like Charlie was coming on the campus with his guns. He came with his vest because he know how you niggas get down. Know how these liberals get down. And they killed him anyway. He was talking. All he was doing was talking. All he was doing, like, first off, all Jesus did was speak the truth, and they killed him. Was Jesus living by the sword?
I am not applauding his death. That boy should not have died. His children got to be raised without a father. His wife has to deal with living without her husband. It should not have gone down like that. But the Bible
But he shouldn't have died. But
says if you live by the sword.
So who did Charlie Kirk murder again? Who did he kill? Because I could have sworn, isn't living by the sword?
yeah, I thought
referring
living
to
by the
murdering
sword is living by killing
the
people.
sword?
Like it's
Charlie Kirk didn't kill anybody.
but this is just false prophet. You down here in Houston just leading people astray, bro. Just leading people
He
astray.
got strings behind him, but that's
Yeah,
not
it's probably
a
his microphone or something.
Yeah, it looks like a puppet.
Something going on.
Marionette.
He be in
His ass
control.
is a
He-
monkey. What's
Look
going
at
on
this
behind
mega
you?
church.
What's that? Is that a rope?
I hope this ain't a
noose?
hammer and sickle.
What the hell?
Oh, right. What the hell is going on? What does it say?
What's this in the look at the little Illuminati string?
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
I'll tell you about these mega churches. This how you know this. Look, this is a black church. Look at this. It got all the little minority groups, all of the disabled people. You got the deaf people with the hand. Oh, you can't even see it. Hold on.
American Sign Language.
Hold on. They got the little person down here with the hand signs and stuff. You know, let's keep this on this side. Yeah, just got the pro-black. You're not talking politics, and you're not even condemning. You're not saying anything about the person that killed him, the evil person that killed him.
Nope.
You're not saying nothing about that. But you got everything to say about reaping what you sow by simply speaking the truth. So it sounds like you're justifying Charlie being murdered, assassinated in a spectacular way. It sounds like you're justifying that. But that's just me, though.
Be careful of your public positions, because the Bible says you will
Why
reap
is he
what
doing
you
all that? What is up with all this shooking and like, can we stop this? This is giving minstrel show.
It is a minstrel show.
It's giving minstrel
That's
show.
that MLK Southern Baptist type of preaching. It's like it's preaching, but it's singing. Because
You doing too
you
much.
think when you hear this type of stuff, people be hearing it and they be thinking they being convicted by the words, but they're really being moved by the vibrations and him singing. He's singing to these people. He is literally singing to these people, and they think they getting the sermon. Also, reaping what you sow does not mean telling the truth and being murdered for it. That's crazy. This is crazy.
All right. Well, that
Niggas
was
down here
productive.
with this stuff. Is this the same? Oh, this is something.
Now, I know that we all got caught up on one death, but I want to be clear that Kirk was not the only one that died last week. His black body.
Yeah, I'm sure there are plenty of babies that were aborted last week. Moment of silence to those babies. He ain't gonna bring that up.
I know he is not finna start talking about black people being killed too.
I hope he's talking about the babies.
His black body's being killed all across the country every week.
By their mouth?
We ain't making it a major news story. I think we need to be careful if we don't think.
Does this nigga think he Kevin Hart or something? What's all this? Like he looks like Kevin Hart right now.
Just because white on white crime happened, that is more important than when other crimes happen as well. Okay, I'm just.
Murdering your unborn children.
It's not a crime.
Why are you not talking about that?
He doesn't care.
Why are you not talking about that? Why
Probably paid
you're
for
talking
some.
about black on black crime, and when you should be talking about abortion. Abortion's been happening since the beginning of time, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. But you're talking about black on black crime of people of their own will doing whatever they want to do, but the innocent babies being killed, the innocent blood being shed. Nah, we don't talk about that. Okay.
What's going on?
Oh, you can't eat.
It looks so fake. It looks like a fake silhouette.
Hold on, you gotta see what she's talking about. Look at the little hand right here.
And let's keep going. Last week in Denver was the 47th school shooting this year. And we got to be careful and we don't lose our song and get so comfortable with the hell that's raging in our streets. We still got to be conscious that there's some things happening in this world that are trying to rob us.
I can't
of
believe
our
this is
song.
a church. This is giving.
Well,
It's giving
really
a college
despise-
lecture
Oops.
at one of the schools I would have went to.
I'm tripped up by the head bobbing.
What's going on?
The head bobbing is crazy.
It's just this dude just keeps going.
It just doesn't stop.
Trying to rob us of our song.
Doesn't stop.
I really despise the way that Kirk was killed last week. I despise the way he was killed. Shouldn't have gone down like that. But political violence ain't nothing new to this nation. Now, let's be clear. Let's be clear. They killed our ancestors over political violence.
I seen a very dumb, stupid, dumbass post on Facebook, and it was about one of my former friends. The post said somehow a white Charlie Kirk being killed by a white man, and they still mad at black people about it. I'm like, the narcissism is just so palpable.
Nobody blame
cut
you niggas.
It's so thick you can cut it with a knife. It's like nobody cares about y'all opinion, but y'all sitting here celebrating this man's death. That's the only thing they got with y'all. Ain't nobody saying, oh, it should have been a black person. Like, no, nigga, they're worried about liberals. Y'all are 99% liberals. So when they're talking about liberals, that means you too, but they're not only talking about you. But the narcissism is so crazy. My dad said this exact same thing last week. Did you hear about that? Did you hear about that the white boy that got killed? You know, what's his name? Charlie Kirk. I'm like, yeah, I heard about it. He was like, yeah, you know, it's crazy how that happened. But they've been doing that to us for the past. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, Dad.
So you're.
I'm like, Dad, it's not a race thing. He's like, I know it's not a race thing, but I'm just saying that, you know, that people been getting killed. We've been marching in. Oh my goodness. I just let him talk. 'Cause at this point, Pops is just so far gone. He'll hear you out, but he just, just the blackness is just such a vice, boy. It's crazy.
That was political violence right there. Knees on necks, that's political violence right there. Shooting you down for having some twist.
And this is how you know your pastor is a false prophet.
Wait, is he talking about George Floyd right
Of course he is. Of course he's talking about St. George Floyd.
now? Seriously? They ain't never gonna stop bringing that nigga up.
Some Skittles and a drink.
And as a pastor, you
Oh, Skittles. He's talking about Trayvon Martin.
Yeah, he's talking about all the black
Wow, so
people that was.
innocent,
Yeah, right.
People radicalizing people at church. Imagine auntie going to church and getting radicalized by this dude. And she paying him, because you know she giving her an offering up.
This the man in her house right here.
Oh my God.
This is crazy. This is
insane.
Dude, if you go to church and your pastor is talking like this, leave the church. Leave this church.
And I don't care if it's a family church, leave. Get your
Like,
people out of there.
this is a false prophet.
Or you need to stand up and say so.
And he's preaching the
Suck.
social gospel. He's preaching a dark gospel. Like, I haven't heard forgiveness once. Like, we've been watching him for like 2-3 minutes already. He's not saying anything about forgiveness. Nothing about forgiveness. All I'm hearing is actions have consequences. Do stuff that people don't like. There are consequences. Nothing about forgiveness. Nothing about being an arbiter of truth and standing and dying on that because Charlie Kirk died for truth. No, he died because he was offending people. And you reap what you sow, right?
And Trayvon Martin.
And Trayvon Martin and George
And
Floyd
Political
and all the
violence
blacks.
right there. Let's be clear, this ain't new. This ain't new. And I want them to be just as concerned about Kirk and be just as concerned about Trayvon as they were about Kirk. And
Wow,
just
we're
as
really
concerned
comparing Charlie Kirk to these monkeys who were not in any capacity innocent. These niggas are doomed. I don't know.
And this
Because it's like it's a simple comparison. And these niggas are failing to make it.
you know, it's so weird that they keep comparing us an assassination, a flat out murder in 4K
On camera.
on camera. They compare it's very obvious murder to self-defense with Trayvon Martin and a suicide with George Floyd. This is just how this is the type of stuff that they talk about in the Bible. Since you want to talk about the Bible, let's talk about to the people that's calling good evil and evil good. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about this pastor being so far from the truth. They sitting there in his mega church, by the way, preaching the social gospel and leading all those people astray, all of them, and taking their money while you're doing it. And he down here. Our families think we down here surrounded by all white people. They don't know this type of shit is going on down here. They don't know this is a big ass church down here where we live. They don't know that. But all they think is Texas and racism and Republicans and racism. But they don't know that these niggas is down here breeding communists like they doing everywhere else in the country. Crazy.
about my brother that just got shot last night as they were about the brother that got shot a couple days ago. And why?
Right.
Your brother is irrelevant. He's not a famous public figure.
And
Charlie Kirk was famous as hell.
Charlie Kirk is your brother in Christ.
Right. Oh no, he's white though. So
Charlie Kirk, you talking about your brother that got killed? Who was like? Let's just keep it a buck. You sitting here talking like this. I can only imagine what your brother was like. But your brother in Christ, Charlie Kirk is. This is crazy. Like this is. What are we even doing here, bro?
and this just keep going on.
Yeah,
Move on.
yeah,
Let's move on.
I'm
to something
literally
else,
sitting there thinking I'm not finna watch any
I've
more
heard
of this. This is disgusting.
This the same guy.
Nah, it's another dude.
Wow, these niggas look
What
very
it say?
similar.
But it say the only statement I've seen from an AME that gets the gravity of Charlie Kirk's assassination and doesn't take hot shots at it. Do I agree with they say? No, like he's deserved to be shot killed. No, because once you agree with that, where does it end?
Okay. Balance.
Before Tuesday, I didn't know the name Charlie Kirk. I didn't, because he didn't speak to my generation. He spoke to a younger generation. And,
There are plenty of older people who like him, but okay.
And so when he got shot and killed, I'm trying to figure out who is this young man. And you know, a lot of things have been put out there on social media about what he said and what he stood for. But this is America. And America is a place where people should be given the opportunity to speak and not be shot and killed.
You know, I just want to note, this dude, it sounds like he's foreign. That's very interesting. It's the foreign dude, right? He sounded like he got a little bit more compassion than that FBA Negro he was just watching that Houston church
Boy.
who's up there performing. That's all I'm gonna say. This dude sounds very much eloquent. The other dude sounded like a minstrel show.
Does sound better.
Do I agree with his politics? Do I agree with what he said? No. But do I think he deserved to be
Why does that matter though? Why does I know that's virtue signaling in my opinion. If you're sitting there, oh, I didn't agree with it. Nobody asked.
No one cares.
How
Bro.
about we just discuss the fact that he was murdered on a national platform? And the video was circulating across the internet. There were millions of people who saw a video of someone be murdered, who was a public figure. Who cares if you agree? Who cares? That's virtue signaling. Because he's a conservative and everybody knows it.
Yeah.
And you have to low-key be like, I'm not conservative, but...
Right, you have to throw that out there.
Why?
That's,
oh, so you don't get called a cook.
Right. And then was to take it a step further, as a Christian, what don't you agree with?
Literally, like I want to know.
As a Christian, he was an advocate for Christ in all that he did. He was a representation
Love
of
family,
Christ.
love Christ, love the country. That's what he stood for. Don't kill your kids.
Like,
Get married. Don't be addicted to porn.
To me personally, if my pastor went up and was like, I don't agree with anything Charlie Kirk said, but he didn't deserve to die, I would leave anyway. Because if you
what do you disagree with?
What do you
dude?
disagree with? And you have every right to disagree with whatever you want. I'm just not gonna hear that shit.
Literally.
I don't want to hear it because I agree with most of what he said. Most. I mean, it'd be hard for me to find something I disagree with him with.
Maybe
and
something
I don't really
about foreign politics.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't want to get
But
into
that's
that.
the stuff that these level one people who just found out about
Right.
Charlie Kirk, they talking about what he said about DEI.
Right.
And what he said about black
people.
Right. That's literally, you niggas are not even worried about
Bro.
the minutia of what he actually stood for. Y'all don't actually care.
Y'all didn't even make it past the color
It's
of it.
just so fake. Like, just don't speak on what you don't know. How about that?
Yeah.
Shot and killed? No. Because once you agree with that, where does it end?
Exactly.
Where does it end?
Notice how calm this church is.
Because what happens is that even in church, we will start looking at people who don't look like us strange. There are parts of this world that when people don't agree with your view, they cut your head, they hang you up. And we have always condemned those parts of this world that that's not the way it ought to be. Let us pray that America becomes a better place.
Well, if you want America to become a better place, you got to actually look at what Charlie was talking about to understand
Literally.
the nuance of why he was killed.
These words are empty, dude.
I'm sorry. I mean, I understand the sentiment.
And and the bar is so low for these POCs in this country that it literally saying that he didn't deserve to die is a good thing. That sets you apart from the Negroes who are happy he died and are celebrating in their pulpit.
And
However, the truth is the truth. And if you have a problem with the truth, then you do not need to be in the head of nobody's church. That's all I got.
nobody's church.
Go stay out somewhere.
I
Let
mean,
the real man lead.
because I like I said, I understand, you trying to be all nuanced and stuff, but at the end of the day, you look at the details. The devil is in the details. Trying to be all like centrist and not and removed from. I'm just looking at it the way it is. It's like if you looked at it for what it is for real, you would see that what the man was saying. If somebody got assassinated in front of the world, I was like, damn, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Right, literally.
I'd be like, what did he do? Oh, you should have heard obviously.
That's not.
Nobody
You see, that's a
deserves-
profound thing to say.
Right, it's not
You don't even
profound.
need to say that.
Right.
That's basic human empathy. Like, of course, nobody deserves to get fucking killed.
Right. This is another preacher. It sounds good on the surface, but you're still not giving the people the resolution.
What they need.
They need to know what's going on. What they need to understand is that there is evil in this world and it is after good. What Charlie Kirk was doing was objectively good. It just was. Speaking the truth is objectively good. Being murdered for it is objectively bad.
Period.
Start there.
Period.
But if you can't even understand if you can't even agree with what he was saying, then how can you call yourself a Christian? We're conservatives because we're Christian, and that's where we so happen to fall. We didn't become conservative, then be like, oh, we might as well be Christians too because we agree with the Christians. Like, no, we assessed our own faith first. And wherever we fell on a political, if we ended up Democrat after being Christian, then so be it.
Literally.
But we're not. because we actually analyzed our faith and what we believe in, and we agree with conservatives. All of them Christians, no. But we're not going to sit here and act like we don't agree with what Charlie was saying. If he was a Democrat and he was based as hell, we'd be like, hey, nigga was spitting. Did he deserve to die? No. He was a Democrat. That don't mean he deserved to die.
Period.
Like they're trying to play this both sides stuff, and it's really weak.
Oh, let's find one more.
People need to make a firm stance.
Let's see.
Firm stance. You gotta be very firm. I'm really not trying to get this watered down. You're a pastor speaking like this. Just another one.
This is pretty long, though.
You can find one more.
I'm gonna find one that's a little shorter.
Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, last one. This gotta be a good one.
Okay, so apparently this is Jasmine Crockett's pastor. Jasmine Crockett is she's what's she like she in a Senate seat down here or something? She's
She's
black
a Texas
she's some in Texas. Oh shit.
some
I
type
don't know.
of
Congresswoman? I think she's in
something.
Congress.
I don't even pay attention to her.
Child, she's a clown.
But this is her pastor allegedly, right?
Yeah.
Have you thought about the fact that this week in Utah, a white Christian got killed by a white Christian?
Oh, so the nigga's a Christian now. The shooter is a
Somebody who murdered somebody else is a Christian? Well,
wow.
And you're in front of a church, by the way.
You're a pastor. You are the spiritual father of a church, and you're up there blatantly lying.
What is the correlation? Hold on, keep moving over. What is the correlation between these radical churches and having a sign language translator? It's like they really want the deaf people to be on with this stuff. Like, I don't know.
Nah, I can tell you exactly what it is. These people have accepted the identity of being black that's been fed them by the government. Being black is a disadvantage. It's a disability. So if you're in this disability, you have to accept all the disability. You have to accept all the victimhood roles, even deaf people. What's over here? Even deaf people. Deaf, blind, dumb, lame, and stupid. You got to accept it all because that's what it means to be black. It's to be the underdog, and we love everybody except for white Christians at this point, because he's talking about Christians killed by other Christians. It's like, well, somebody's a murderer. That's not a Christian. That's not representing Christ. But you would know that if you got your head out of your blackness.
Got your head out of your black ass.
Because this is ridiculous. What's up with these mega churches and
look, let's just peep. Also in the background, they got all these colleges up here. Tuskegee, I see. I can't really see a lot of the other ones. Tennessee State. Like, what does got to do with Jesus?
Right.
You know?
Yeah, I'll never go to a black church.
Yeah,
nah. Never. You'll never see it. Never see it. Not talking like this.
Unless it's for an experiment.
Literally, that's the only time we go.
And then the next day, HBCUs were under threat.
Oh.
Now, how'd we get in it?
Because you niggas was all online talking shit.
Talking about y'all in it. Ain't nobody
How we get in
y'all.
it?
Narcissism. Once again, these people want to be in it. They want to be the ones. If y'all were just sitting back saying, "Oh, you know, man, that's crazy. You know, white people killing white people, that's crazy," and just left it at that, nobody would say nothing to y'all. But y'all are saying, "Oh, we spoken on that Charlie pack. Oh, white people kill white people. Well, guess he deserved it. Oh man, he said some hateful thing." And y'all got all the opinions in the world. You know, turn around like, well, "What do we do?" It's like, bro, shut up.
Because these motherfuckers are behind Charlie Kirk. People are getting doxxed and losing their jobs.
Right, you getting doxxed. I'm not. You reap what you sow. Right, exactly. Since we said
that's where we're at in society.
Since that's what y'all do, you reap what you sow.
This thing is fabulous.
I mean, that's called white on white crime. Have you thought?
Does this nigga have red bottom shoes on?
White on white crime.
What type of church is this? It's giving comedy.
Hold on.
Wait a second. No, hold on. What is
Whoa.
that? Even she's looking at it. Everybody wants to know what that is.
Look at this.
Freaky ass shit
Look
they
at
got going
this.
on.
This-
Africa? Where's this church at? Texas? I mean, if Jack McCarthy goes there, it's probably in Texas.
Oh my goodness. You would never see it. You would never see me down here in one of these churches, bro. This is ridiculous.
Wow.
This is crazy. This is crazy. These people are just up here blatantly lying. Just lying. And these are spiritual fathers in their community, and they're just up there lying to people.
Your discernment has to be turned up, y'all. It has to be at an all-time high nowadays because people are playing in their face every time you encounter them. And if you feel like your discernment is lacking, you need to be praying for that. You also need to be tuning into our page on a regular basis because we'll be able to show you how to see through the lies.
And also check out this page. This is woke restriction. Yeah, follow this page, woke preacher clips. This is like, oh my god, it's a hub of just demonic pastors. It should be called demonic pastors at this point.
Woke,
But
demonic,
woke
whatever.
preacher creatures, you know,
If you know, you know.
it's the same thing. Woke preacher creatures. That's what I'm gonna call woke preacher creatures. That's what they are. But yeah, seriously, this is it's ridiculous. I don't even got nothing else to say. It's just disgusting. Just disgusting.
You know what? Just be careful about these churches y'all are attending. Be careful because not everybody who proclaims to be a Christian is actually a Christian. They be lying.
For sure. But that's all we got for this video, guys. Appreciate the people that tuned in. Like, subscribe, share, comment, and turn the bell notifications on. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.